On October 13, 1959, Angelo and Lee Manero welcomed a future athlete into the world. They gave her the name Susan, which signifies a feminine lily, but Susan was no girly girl.
Susan was a darling child, and she loved playing all sports. She didn't like dolls, but she loved sports. And she was a good kid. She really was.
Susan was active and ready to play before she could barely hold toys in her tiny fingers, but expected girls' activities like tea parties and dress-up didn't interest Susan.
I've always been an athlete all my life. As a kid, I used to horseback ride, ski, hike.
When she played sports from the time she was about 3, she played with her brothers.
But when there were neighborhood football games, it wasn't Chuck, Susan's brother, the kids called. It was Susan they looked to for a great team member.
The boys would come to the door, ring the doorbell, and I'd come over to the door, and they'd say, "Is Susan home?" I said, "Well, yes, she is. What do you want her for?" And they would say, "We're playing football, and we want her to play with us." And of course, I'd say to them, "Be careful. She's a little girl. I don't want her to get hurt." "We won't. We'll be careful." And off they go.
But football was just one of the many sports she played.
She really loved skiing also. Her first little skis we bought were maybe about 1.5 feet long. They were the little ones.
So Susan passed a happy childhood in central Massachusetts, though she will tell you she's proud to be from there.
So I was born and raised in Worcester, lovely Worcester, Massachusetts.
She decided to attend Virginia Tech from 1978 to 1982. She graduated with a degree in finance, and to this day she will say she's a Hokie at heart. In fact, during the tragic massacre of 2007, she went down to her alma mater to help support the student body during their loss. She will not run in a marathon without a VT logo marked somewhere on her body. For this year's Boston Marathon, it was a removable tattoo on her hand. A year after Susan graduated, her father called to tell her he was looking to retire and hand down the family-owned and run insurance agency to his children. She had 2 options: stay in Virginia, where she was experiencing a rough patch being a woman in the still overly traditional South, and lose her shot at sharing the business with her brother, or simply come home. She chose to come home. Though her father did not end up retiring until his first stroke in 2000, Susan became an integral part of Manero Insurance Agency, located in Worcester, Mass. But Susan never lost her love for athletics and passion for staying healthy.
I got involved with running mostly because I had a very stressful period in my life, and I was really concerned about my own health, so I contacted a personal trainer, and they kind of turned me on to running and working out and doing different activities that I hadn't done in years.
So she began getting in shape. Soon she was turned on to marathon workouts.
I do spin, yoga, tai chi. I run, walk. I'll run and then walk and then run and then walk. I'll get in the water and do deep water workout, which is you work in a pool and you work out. It's easier on the joints. Did a little cross-country skiing this winter.
In 2005, 2 years after her father passed away from stroke, Susan ran her first Boston Marathon. And in 2007, she ran in the Kona Marathon in Hawaii, a marathon she is particularly proud of and enjoyed. Though Susan is now 49, she is healthy, active, and proactive. She says she will always run for a cause.
I always do something. I'm always active. I'm training. I'm working out. I'm healthy. I'm fortunate to be healthy, knock on wood. So I always feel like that's my way of giving back.
She may take a break from marathons after this year's 113th annual Boston Marathon, but what's next? She hopes the Goofy in Walt Disney World, a half marathon one day and a full marathon the next in 2010.